All right, it's back up again. Says excellent connection. Go ahead and tell me what that means. But
all right. In the meantime, we had Kerbal, 6 or 7 throws over, and he picked up a nice stolen base.
Same score though.
Yep, 2-0. Here in the third, Jonah Daughtry flied out to the center fielder Jones. I'm sure his mom was down there yelling about that. And Kerbal took off. Inside move by the pitcher, and he was able to throw over the third and get him. That'll bring up two down. Smith to Davis. Score that 1-5. Bottom of 3. The second I've ever seen in a baseball game. I think we've had 9 or 10 this inning. Little inside. 3-1. Another one to first. Three and one. Cardinals on top, 2-0. Bottom of 3. Smith will throw over to Youngblood. Williamson back. Smith's going to set up outside, and it will be high. And that will be ball 4. As Smith draws the walk, up comes Charlie Williamson, and that will be runners on first and second with 2 down here. And we'll draw a courtesy runner for Mr. Smith, the pitcher. And that will be Thompson Dees at first running for Braden Smith. A little low, and that is pitch number 43 for Smith so far through 3 innings. Nice block by Smith, the catcher. That'll bring the count. 1-1 on Williamson.
All I can do is apologize at this point to all the watchers out there. It is buffering, and I know that. I have it set at our lowest possible bit rate that I can, and it's still buffering. So I'm at a loss. It will just basically, I think the audio works all right, BD. It's the you'll have a jerking of the video.
Sure.
And I apologize for that. Got runners in first and second. 2 outs.
Curveball just a little outside by about 5 feet.
Score stayed the same through all those changes there. It's still 2-0.
Ground shot over to third. Davis makes the throw to Youngblood. 5-3. And that will end it. Here, bottom of 3 from Loxley Municipal Park. Cardinals go to the 4th, up 2-0.
See, look how far. I'm saying, look how far behind it is there. He's going up for his 3rd pitch there, and then it's buffering again. All I can do is apologize. I'm at my limits of what I can do as far as bit rate and everything. We're just going to have to put up with it at this point. I am making all this is being recorded so we can put up a clean recording. later on. We'll head to the top of the fourth. St. Michael up 2-0. As far as I can tell, we're still looking at the same players out there in the same positions.
No changes yet. Just a couple of courtesy runners for the pitcher and catcher.
Still Braden Smith, number 10, is out there for us. Held strong so far with no runs across the bag for Theodore.
Yeah, Tony, he threw 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. He's thrown 40 pitches, 28 for strikes.
And after Noah Mose, we got Joe Daugherty at first base, Evan Brewer at second base, Henry Harshberger at third, shortstop Wright Williamson, left field Bryce Morgan, right field Charlie Williamson, and center field Ollie Deese.
Tony, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Zach Ryan. Starting the top of 4. Oh.
And Zach is the second batter in their lineup, so they're close to the top of their lineup here to start the 4th inning.
Miss on a fastball, which is going to ricochet off Mosley's mask, hit the umpire, and Noah and them are going to give him a little time, a little courtesy. You know, the umpire gets hit, walk out to the mound, give him the ball, let him catch his breath. A little bit of sportsmanship right there by the Cardinals.
And that first pitch was a ball, is that right?
First one was a strike.
Strike.
Yes, sir. Foul ball.
0-1.
Oh, nice little changeup right there. 0-2. Sun giving Morgan a little bit of a fit out there in left field. And now it's shifted over. D's having trouble with it in center.
Got her infield out of the sun, though.
Yeah.
Low on that one. Yeah, center field's probably got the most time in the sun, actually. Gets a hold of it.
Curveball, Wright's going to throw over to Daugherty. Damn.
Got him.
6-3. Out. 1 down. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Drayden Jones. You know, even the game changer is moving slow here, Tony. It's behind as well with the internet feed.
Well, my warning went from red to yellow, so that means it should be a little bit better, but it's still probably annoying. Like I said, we'll put up a clean video feed of this after the game, so you don't have to put up with that.
There's a golf swing by Jones. He's going to golf that one foul. Daugherty went over territory, and it's going to go just on the other side of the fence. Smith has him at 0-1. Jones 0-1 on the night. So far, just 1 hit for the. That was pretty. Fastball outside corner, 0-2. Mosley's going to set up outside. See if he's going to give him a curveball here. Nope. Fastball again. 1-2. Time is called. The home plate official. Give Smith a minute to tie a shoe. And he'll work out of the stretch. 1-2 count. 1 down.
Nice pitch, but he got it.
Yep.
Foul.
A little late on that, running it outside, but beautiful pitch location. See if he comes back with something off speed here, 1-2. Throw him a changeup or curveball right here. There's something down in the dirt, 2-2. Good crowd here tonight on the St. Michael side and the Theodore side as well. Fastball down the middle. High pop fly to right center. And Charlie Williamson making the catch. 2 down. Which is going to bring up Zy Smith, the catcher. 0 for 1 on the night as well.
Whoa.
Ooh, swing and a miss. Nice pitch.
Got underneath that one.
Smith to Smith. I think he was swinging for the fence on that, or he was swinging for the track. Watch Mosley's working. He's going to work that right side of the plate. Jam shot to Smith.
Catches it up for out number 3.
That's it. Back to Smith.
He just kind of, I guess that's almost a tip, I guess, more than anything.
Yep, nothing there, as we would say. Headed, bottom of 4, Cardinals on top, 2-0.
And first at bat is who? Henry Harsberger? No, Bryce Morgan was last up. We might be at the top of our order.
Let's see.
No. I'm thinking Noah Mosley came up. So Cam Kerbel should be next.
Let's see. Game Changers running behind it. Just updated. Ollie Deese. 7, 8, 9 hitters are up. Deese, Harshberger,
7, 8, 9,
and
okay.
Morgan.
That's Charlie Williamson was the last to get out at the in the 3rd.
Smith back on the mound for the Bobcats. He's hovering around 52 pitches tonight. He's picked it up a little bit as a pitch to strike ratio. He's at 37 strikes thrown out of 52 pitches. So I would imagine you might get a couple more innings out of him at 52 through 4 if he can get in and out here in 4.
So one of your 3 seniors are coming up to bat. Ollie Deese out of center field. He also pitches. Ollie headed to Auburn next fall. Doesn't know what he's going to study, though.
Still plenty of time to make a decision, right?
There is. You got till what, your junior year?
I think so, something like that, or even some cases.
Depends on how long you want to go to school for.
Yep. True junior or junior academic-wise.
So the ball goes to second. We look for Ollie Deese to step up to the plate. Ollie Deese, he bats 7th in the order for us.
Oh,
saw that one coming.
Yeah, I don't think that curveball broke, Tony.
He braved it out.
Yeah. Where, as they like to tell kids, he'll advance on a hit by pitch, and that will bring up the sophomore Henry Harshberger with the senior Bryce Morgan on deck. Leadoff runner is on. See if the Cardinals can break through here in this inning, Tony. This would be huge right here. See if they try to bunt and move them over. Go outside.
Raised some dust on that. The ball got away from the pitcher. Messed with him just a little bit there.
Just a little bit.
So if you're not going to hurry up and get that ball, I might go to second. But he remains at first.
And I see Bez staring him down saying, do not make the first out. Yep. Harshberger squaring out throw over Smith to Youngblood. Harshberger's going to show bunt. He's going to show early. He'll draw it back. Oh, there he goes. Oh, brought the third baseman in and hits the chopper over his head for a nice single. Harshberger to first and Dees to second. Lured him in with the show early and then just chop it and put it in play.
Got a favorable hop there.
That was like off of a turf. Reminded you of a turf bounce, which I know that we've played a couple of games on this year in baseball. First and second. No outs. The senior, Bryce Morgan at the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Noah Mosley is on deck.
He didn't take that one.
No.
That was way inside.
Yep, he ducked on that one. You might want to turn inside and get hit. 1-0. He was showing bunt all the way. See if Coach Bez is playing a little small ball here, just trying to advance runners. First baseman Youngblood's in. Davis is in. Little will play right there. You've got Ryan shifting over from second. Maybe trying to draw the back pick to second. And Morgan will draw it back and slap it.
Center fielder did a good job to keep the runners at first and second, actually.
Yep. Jones was looking for Dees to tag on that play, I think, or I'm not sure if he's looking for the tag or the swing, but he, yep, he's talking to Ollie at second. He might have been looking for the tag, but nonetheless, that's going to bring up Mosley. One down, runners at first and second. Cardinals are up 2-0. Here in the bottom of the fourth from Loxley Municipal Park on senior night. Live on the WCN.
Now Noah represents the top of our order. Just about got the brim of his hat on that one.
Yeah, Tony, I don't know how. It feels like almost every first pitch has been a curveball tonight.
They haven't curved real well for him, though.
Yeah, whether it broke or not. Some kind of off speed. He's not really throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs. The way the Cardinals have been swinging it lately, I probably wouldn't throw a fastball either first pitch. Little inside move there by Smith. It'll chase Dees back to first as Ryan just kind of stands guard, hovering on top of second.
Outside on that one.
2-0. Driving up that pitch count. That'll bring Smith up to 53 pitches. A little low, 54. Should take them to 3-0 here.
Every umpire has a different way of putting up his signals, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And motions to the coaches.
Yep, not very dramatic with a strikeout, just a little punch out where, you can come across the flashy and flamboyant
There's
umpires. Yep, had the take sign on. 3-0, it's 3-1. And we all love a good home plate umpire punch out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've seen them, throw the hand out, saw it off, karate kick, lightning, you name it.
There's an animated movie out right now about a catcher. It's like I I can't think of the name. It's like Out One or something like that. I just saw the intro to it the other day, but he was very animated as a umpire.
Yeah.
But it's about an umpire, so there you go. You don't get many of those. Ooh, strike two.
He called that a strike.
Looked outside.
Tony, I'm going to agree with you and go ahead and say it was outside, but that'll bring the count. 3-2. Payoff pitch here from Smith with 1 out. Deese on second, Harshberger on first. Mosley will call time. Smith hoping to roll 2 here and get out of the inning alive. Keep it tight. Where the Cardinals looking to bust it open here, bottom of 4.
Ollie Deese daring him to pick him off. He's got nobody covering the back.
Yep, he's gone, extending that lead. They had to hit and run on. Mosley will strike out, but the runners advance on the hit and run. He had a, I call that a secondary lead. Ollie had a great jump, and
he was out there.
Yep, he had a great jump. Good secondary lead. You know, they talk about in baseball all the time, stretch it out, and have a great jump. He was well in there safe. That'll bring up Kerbel. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He's got 2 runners scoring position here. And he'll step all over that first pitch curveball. He'll line drive that to left. That's going to score Deese. Here comes Harshberger around. He'll score with ease. And Kerbel with a nice single here in the bottom of 4, and that'll put the Cardinals up 4-0, driving in 2, and that'll bring up 3-hole hitter, number 14, Jonah Daughtry. They're going to appeal to third, say that he missed the bag. Throw over, and that'll bring out Coach Pruitt, the Theodore coach, who is an umpire by trade as well. I guess they're trying to say that Henry missed the bag as he came around third.
If he changes his call now, though, he just might see an uproar.
Yep. You know, usually for area games, you have the 3-man crew. And a little different with the 2-man crew of what the umpires are trying to watch. Here's Daughtry on the night. He's 0 for 1 leadoff walk in the first, and then a fly out to Jones in center, his last at bat. Kerbel's going to extend his lead. And there's a hit by Daughtry. He's going to drive it, line drive into center. That's going to sit down.
Sits right in that sweet spot.
Yep. You know, Tony, we always say this, just kind of ride the pitch where it's going. And that'll bring up Wright Williamson, the cleanup hitter, with runners on first and second. See what he gets here. First pitch. He'll go fastball this time.
I'm going to call it a ball.
Me
because
too.
the umpire did nothing.
That's right. And that'll drive Smith up to 60 pitches on the night for Hayden Smith. Oh, little jam shot, foul ball, back over our head. That'll bring the count to 1-1.
Two outs.
Yep, defense playing back. They're playing the out. That'll give the runners a little bit more insurance to extend their lead. Yep, Smith, he'll check Kerbel at second inside, and then he'll deliver the pitch, and that'll bring it to 2-1. As the sun sets at our back, wind's picking up, breeze nice and cool.
No more shadows to contend with in the outfield.
Inside move, just step off the rubber. Curve back.
Is there a difference, BD, do you know, between, let's say, college and professional balk?
Well, yeah, anytime, whether you're high school, college, or pros, you can do the inside move and towards second or third, and you can actually step off the rubber. You don't have to throw the ball. So a lot of times if you see the runner stealing from second to third and the pitcher's going with an inside move, he can just step off the mound, jog over, and throw it to third. But it's totally different going over to first. You don't have that luxury. A little inside. That'll run it full, 3-2. Payoff pitch here. I imagine the runners will be going.
Full count, 2 outs.
Let's see what Smith delivers here. The 65th pitch of the night. Nothing. He'll inside off. I'm sure coach is saying, hey, kid, let's just focus on the hitter and let's get out of the inning. That'll be ball 4. I'll load the bases up for the junior, Braden Smith.
Everybody excited to have Braden Smith come to bat.
Could be a piece of timely hitting, but this will be
Coach heads out for Theodore.
Yep.
Going to have a talk with Mr. Smith out there, Hayden Smith.
Yep, that'll do it on the night for him. Score line for him. Kid battled out there, Tony. 3 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout.
Gave the ball to number 15, Chris Cunningham.
Yeah, this guy, he pitched against us last time. He did a really good job. Kind of mixing it up. Off-speed lefty, nice delivery. We were fortunate we got to see him last time.
He is a lefty. As his first pitch, much better than his second pitch, much better than his first. We got the bases loaded, the Cardinals do, and they're up by 4 runs. It's going to be a scheduled 7-inning game. Since it's not a region game, so it could end in a tie. Or do they do that in baseball?
No, yeah, they'll go extra innings.
Okay, good deal.
Yep, every baseball game they'll go extra innings.
All right. That's only in soccer?
Yep, only in soccer for area contest or.
Yeah, you don't see too many sports where they have a tie.
No,
even in the schedule.
No.
So,
speaking of ties, beginning of the year, Tony, I was pulling my hair out. you tie a game, but I'll say this: it's been a great ride this year. Got a ton of 8th graders and youth, and that's the thing I said before the season. We got to have patience, whether it's players, coaching staff, and man, we've come a long way in a couple of months.
What's the postseason look like for you?
Well, postseason we're going to host on Friday, April 25th, first round of the HSA state playoffs. Centronell, 5 o'clock at the Nest.
This coming Friday, correct?
No. Yep, the 25th.
25th.
This Friday, the 18th.
You still have one more home game, do you not?
Yeah. We we're going to travel to St. Paul's tomorrow. Really good 6A team. We're going to take them on, and we'll be back home Monday, the 21st, to host Bayshore.
WCN will be there. There's a pop-up. First base gets it, though.
Youngblood's got it. 3 out. Heading to 5. Yep, we will host Bayshore, and that is our spring break.
That is during spring break. School is out this Friday starting for spring break, and so you'll have nobody on campus for that Monday game.
That's true.
Any concern as far as players?
Nope, we are going to have all of our players. They will be here in town. We're very fortunate and blessed, unless they are injured or we need to rest somebody for Friday. But, yeah, we'll have everybody. We'll train Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll play Friday and get off Saturday. But it's like I told them, I want to go to spring break too. It's just the way the schedule fell. As I'm watching my family. They're going to the beach and this and that, and I'll be here. I'll have my youngest, Anna Collins. She's got a couple of softball games that week, and she'll assist me on the sidelines, and we'll have a great week.
Well, 2 state championship games in a row. That is an accomplishment, Coach. I got to get my hats off to you there. What are your chances of reaching that game again this year, you think?
Well, we have a good chance if we, do everything we're supposed to do. We do have a couple of tough teams to get through. We'd have to get through Faith Academy out of Mobile or, possibly face Bayside again. They're going to square off in that first round Area 2 winner versus Area 1 runner-up, where Bayside will travel to Faith. Then winners of that game will play. Then the winners of that game will advance to play either Charles Henderson or Carroll Ozark, most likely Carroll Ozark. And after that third round game, the winner of that game will advance to the Final Four. And the way the bracket, if it plays out, and, the chalk holds, the winner of that game would face probably Indian Springs. And on the other side, in the top half of the bracket, you will have in the semifinal Springville and Westminster Christian. Springville's already defeated them this year, and then the winners of those games will play for the state championship.
Well, hopefully we see you in that state championship game again this year. I know the girls that have been there 2 years in a row would love to see it one more time. You have just one senior in Francesca Aureliano, so a young squad.
Yeah, very young, and hoping to see if we can get there many times. But back to baseball. Here we go. Smith with the pitch. Foul ball, 0-1.
And then are you aware of the boys' postseason probabilities as well?
Yes, the
possibilities, I guess.
The boys are, last I heard, they are going to play their first round game Saturday night, the 26th of spring break. They will be hosting UMS Wright. The winner of that game will cross back and play the winner of the Faith Academy Bayside game.
So the postseason for soccer approaching quickly.
Yes. Fast and furious, and, seems like yesterday you started training in January.
Now, number 12 is Kyler Kmitry, I'm going to call him, because that's what it looks like.
Yep. He's got a 1-2 count right here.
He's out of left field.
Little inside. Smith looking for his 7th strikeout tonight through.
Braden's still out there.
Through 4 innings.
You think he can get through 7 innings?
If he keeps his pitch count low, he's at 56 right now. It's possible.
Struck
His
him out.
57th pitch is a strikeout. I'll throw it around. 7th strikeout of the night for Mr. Smith. But more importantly, Tony, 0 walks.
That's incredible, actually.
Yep. And all that is through 4 1/3 innings. Who was that bringing up? Mr. Youngblood, the first baseman?
Sure
Number
does.
3.
He bats number 6 in the lineup.
Foul that one off. It's like it caught the catcher, Mosley.
Might have caught him in the funny bone or type of situation. He's grabbing his elbow the way it looks like. Maybe his forearm.
Yeah. Youngblood, he had a hit in his last at bat. He had a single.
Looks like he's going to be all right. Just kind of popped him in the chest area there.
In all my years of playing baseball, former second baseman and center fielder, I have never envied or wanted to get behind the plate one time. No desire to catch.
Boy, that bat seems to come close to your head.
The bat, the foul balls, the hitting your mitt, catcher's interference, if that happens, and the constant squatting of the knees.
Yeah, my knees could never take it.
Yeah. But the good news is you're getting action every pitch. You're throwing back. You're doing something, and you're a crucial cog in the will of the game.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. I was overhearing something the other day as far as the analytical side of it, and a catcher speaking about how you could catch the ball. And a certain number of balls are going to be very close to the kind of iffy as far as a strike. And if you catch that ball or deliver that catch correctly, you're going to get the strike instead of the ball. And that can change 2 or 3, batters a game, is what he was telling me.
Oh, absolutely. Just the framing of the ball, or, the old rule of thumb used to be if you caught the ball and you dropped it, even if it was a strike, they'd call it a ball. But I have actually seen a couple this year they called a strike.
And that's one thing, of course, about baseball. Let me have the count there.
3-1, I believe.
3-1,
Yep,
okay.
3-1. 3-1.
So many statistics and analytics going on in baseball.
Geez, you thought football was bad, and that's just going for 2. If it's like they got a book if they keep on everybody. Foul ball, they run it 3-2.
Gonna face a full count, 1 out. Nobody on the bag for Theodore. They're down 4 runs now.
The game has changed so much. All the catchers, even here in high school, are wearing the earpiece, and the pitching coach has a walkie-talkie. He's phoning in the pitch to the catcher. And, you see a lot in college. They've got looks like a foul tip. You see in college where it looks like they have almost the Apple Watch where they're looking, they can get the signal sent in, and it's like every 5 seconds somebody's looking down, or they're pulling a laminated car out of their back pocket for the spray chart for the hitter and analytics. Oh boy!
I was watching a softball game the other day, actually, and the catcher kept looking at her watch. That's my first thought was, well, she's got a smartwatch, and somebody's texting her.
Hey, in today's time, you never know. You never know.
As long as it's not illegal, I guess. I don't know the rules on it. But strike. Yep, they walked him, actually.
Walked him. First walk of the night. Yeah, the interesting, too, I don't really watch a lot of Major League Baseball until it gets postseason, but I think on the Sunday night games or whatever it is ESPN does, they'll have a position player mic'd up, and, man, he'll shoot the breeze with them the whole inning. And I was watching the other night, and ball's hit to him. He's talking to him, fielding the ball, thrown over to first, and you're like, wow. Yep.
It's when you get into the professionals, that's my only problem is there are so many games.
No.
That I could travel to Atlanta, go to 5 baseball games in a row, lose all 5, the Atlanta team could, and still win the world championship.
Absolutely.
And how that happens, it boggled my mind.
Yeah, what are they playing now? 162 games,
something like that. Yeah.
The spring training, and I think next year they go back and have the World Baseball Classic. So and have all these guys playing that.
That's where football, of course, is king, and I think one of the reasons for that is every game is just so important.
Yep.
Even losing that first game of the year can cost you come postseason, that kind of thing. So it's just a dire situation every game. Whereas baseball, we can drop these 2 and still be okay.
Got Mosley up.
But with that said, postseason action is when I join in as well, and it can get very exciting.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with the limited number of football games. It means more versus 162 games. What's usually a good record? 90-something wins, maybe 100. That's a lot of baseball. A lot of baseball.
It is.
We got Mosley here. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Got a courtesy runner for Youngblood. Looks like it's Luca Pendarius. 1 out. Just hooked foul by Mosley. A little bit out in front of that. One and one. Top of 5. I do see some activity in the Cardinal bullpen. Looks like it could be Kerbal. Smith will throw over the Daughtry. Nothing there. I'll just chase him back. Dirty the uniform up. And OxyClean time for a parent or coach. Oh, there's a ground ball. Just foul. Harshberger's over there to squeeze it out. 1-2. Very special night here at Loxie Municipal Park. Senior night. Last year the Cardinals played every game on the road. Didn't have anywhere to celebrate senior night, but a little special here to be able to do it at home and have your home fans behind you. It's always good to see that red and gray. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Smith.
A little bit outside.
Ooh. 2-2.
Now, in springtime, of course, in lower Alabama, it's just an awesome time to be here. As tonight, it's probably about 65 degrees now as the sun pops down behind us. So just a real comfortable evening.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful setting. Literally riding off into the sunset. Runner goes. Mosley's going to shoot him.
Got him.
He is out at second. What a throw by Mosley. Ball on the play. But we'll score that. 1-4 put out. 2 down. Top of 5. Payoff pitch coming here to Mosley. He's got the DH duty tonight for the Bobcats. Oh.
Inside. It looked like he
Inside.
might have just nicked his lower or his thigh there as it went past him. He's going to the base in either case.
Yeah, that'll put him on first with 2 outs. And up walks Jaden Davis, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the night as well.
Top of the 5th, set to play 7 innings. 2 outs now. Guy on first. It's a little bit high and outside.
There we go. Nice pitch right down the plate. 1-1. 1-1. Cardinals playing back. 2 outs. Kind of a sleepy 4-0 game here.
Strike.
2 in a row. It's like he's reaching back and giving it a little more. Looks like the bullpen's quieted down for the Cardinals.
Braden's pitching well.
He'll step off. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit over 4 2/3. Excellent job tonight by the junior. After tonight, next time you'll see him on the WCN, he'll be patrolling the secondary as number 13 for the Cardinals. They're going to send the big man.
Nice pitch.
Nonetheless, strikeout on Jaden Davis, and that'll do it. His 8th strikeout of the night. Cardinals on top, going to the bottom of 5, 4-0, Tony.
So through 5 innings with just 1 walk for Braden, he's doing an excellent job.
Yeah, 8 strikeouts on the night. Anytime you put up those numbers, even if you're not scoring, you're giving your team a chance. You know, it's the one area, baseball and softball are the 2 sports where you can control everything from the mound. I'm not talking about golf where it's an individual sport, but a team sport. You can run somebody out there, and you see it a lot more frequently in softball, shorter distance. These people having the ability to throw, 5 million pitches in a game.
And the Diamond Dolls are helping to celebrate things in between innings for us.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a little music. They run walk-up music for them as well.
Real nice crowd from St. Michael this evening.
Nice addition by Coach Bez, something he brought over from Robertsdale High School.
And Coach Bezzaretti, his first year at St. Michael, he's got himself the practice field over at St. Michael is what just, every time I saw him work on that, I was just amazed that he was out there putting up poles all by himself on a Saturday morning. He built a pitching cage. He built a batting cage. He built a, backdrop. I mean, he did it all.
Yeah, he loves, eats, breathes, sleeps baseball. Unfortunately, we don't have an indoor facility, but I know when he was in at Robertsdale, he would stay there for hours each night after just, throwing BP to whoever wanted it.
Number 11, Charlie Williamson, fouls away. Plays right field for us. And the Williamson brothers are juniors. So we've got that to look forward to as they'll return next year for us.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch by Cunningham right there. Southpaw, a little off speed. If you watch him, he does a really good job of just kind of hiding that ball to where you can't pick it up. A lot of times these lefties come with the far out. It's almost like he's here throwing straight over the top. But you don't see a lot of times. They like to, with a lefty, they hat's always cocked sideways and they're coming way out here. 0-2 pitch to Charlie Williamson. He'll check the swing, and Cunningham will pick up the strikeout.
Up to bat, number 7, Ollie Dees.
That'll bring up Ollie. Harshberger on deck, and Noah Mosley in the hole.
Bryce Morgan.
I'm sorry, yeah, Bryce. I was getting ahead of myself there, Tony.
Senior Ollie Dees out of center field.
He's 0 for 1 tonight.
This could be his last time at bat. Home run would be good.
Home run would always be good.
Got it. Oh, went foul, though. It sounded like he hit that well, but it fouled off.
Yep.
Got to be careful now. We might hit the tilt-a-whirl. Still
still a couple of things here for leftover from the Strawberry Festival.
Oh, man, I got so sick on a tilt-a-whirl when I was about 12 years old. Never rode one again.
Yeah, I got suckered into that one time. I think it was right before my wife and I got married. She's like, well, let's go to the Robertsdale Fair. I'd never been. And we rode the tilt-a-whirl teacups or something, but the inside spinning clockwise, the outside was counterclockwise, and it was a disaster. I'm just going to leave it at that for me. And that was the last time I rode a ride at the fair.
Oh, it was a disaster for me as well.
Yep.
Well, it was actually more of a disaster for my friends that were in the same cart.
Yep. 3-1 count right here.
Who gets a hold of it?
Yep, that's going to drop for Dees. Now, he'll ride that ball to right field for a single. Yeah, they had an interesting game here this weekend. I brought my daughter here twice, and even Jonah came with us yesterday, where you were throwing baseballs trying to bust the bottles. And I let one go, and I hit a bottle. And that bottle did a 360 about 4 times. So I'm like, man. So the next day I come back, and I'm drinking my Topo Chico mineral water. The bottle's about 5 inches thick. Dropped it in the kitchen the other day. It didn't shatter on split brick floor. And the guy working the game said, hey, man, can I ask you a crazy question? I said, sure. He goes, when you finish that water, can I have that bottle? And then the light went off that those bottles have to be quadruple the normal size bottle you're throwing at. Dees with a stolen base right there, and that's a ball to Harshberger. 1 down, runner on second. So I kind of picked up on the old carnival game. I'm thinking, I sat there and I watched some guys from 2 local high schools throw as well and hit bottles, and balls just bounced off.
I was watching the basketball thing, at the carnival when I was young, and I was about to go spend $1 on it. My dad said, son, how many people have made a basket? I couldn't think of anybody, so I didn't spend my $1. Pops it up and out.
That's probably Smart play on you and your dad's part, Tony. And
Well, he saved me that $1.
yeah, I felt like everything, basically was like 10 credits. Every game was, $10. The good news is, though, I have, after the weekend, 8 new goldfish at my house, living in some Zimlich florist vases. And my daughter, she won 8.
From the Strawberry Fest?
From the Strawberry Festival.
man.
She was hotter than Texas chili, Tony, just throwing the ping pong balls. We won 3 the first day. My wife's like, oh, brother. And then next day I said, hey, I got great news. We got 5 more goldfish. And the big one right here is Leroy. I'm naming him that. Oh, there's a nice sawed-off hit, and that's going to – oh,
It's fair, isn't it? No.
just a tad foul by Morgan. He rode that pitch outside to right, just a hair off the line. But yeah, that was my excitement for the weekend. 8 goldfish.
Well, they don't keep you up barking at strangers and stuff like that, so.
No, they don't. Not at all. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-2 count on Morgan. Senior 0 for 2, looking for his first hit tonight.
We still got a 4-run lead, 4-0. Just no offense from the Theodore Bobcats tonight.
Nope. Let's hope it'll stay that way. Deese off at second with a nice lead.
Usually that means really good defense from the Cardinals.
Yep, in the dirt. That's going to skip away. Deese is going to advance to third on the wild pitch. He's rounded. He's going home.
Going home. He's going to get out.
And
perhaps a little bit ill-advised.
Will
to,
field the
make
ball off the backstop, throw to Cunningham, and he will record the 3rd out, tag on Deese at the plate. Heading to the top of 6. Good guys on top. 4-0.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit surprised that Bez gave him the go-ahead to run on that. Now, the ball did get deep away from the catcher.
Yeah, that's the one thing here about Loxley that's unique.
A lot of space.
A lot of space, a lot of fair territory. But when that ball kicks out, you're a good, gosh, I don't know how many feet you think. I'm still stuck in yards.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
good 30 yards. No, a good 20 yards. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to exaggerate too much.
60 feet, 65.
Which would be 30 yards. But 25 yards maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge,
without
yeah.
exaggerating. It seems like a larger gap down first base and third, but I think that's just
right there on the side.
It is, actually. And if you notice, actually, BD, the fence kind of bends away from the field and then comes back in again as you get towards the outfield.
Little inverted right there.
Yeah. A little unusual, perhaps. Maybe not. I'm not sure, but it does leave a lot of space there.
Yeah, Mr. Smedling, he owned a produce company. He was out of Arkansas. And many years ago, he went to the city of Loxley and asked them what they needed, and they said a park. He said, "Tell me what you need. I'll write a check." And I guess late 90s, maybe 2000, late 90s, the park came to be what it is today.
It's a real nice facility.
Yep.
With 4 parks.
Around, they're putting the Bratz bus hub in over here, but more importantly, the disc golfers. This place stays packed.
It's actually 3 fields, pardon me. You got to have room for the Strawberry Fest.
Yeah, that's true.
Foul.
Yeah, that was Robert Brown looking to lay down a running bunt or something there on Smith. Smith's back out on the mound for the Cardinals.
Top of the 6th. 7 innings scheduled, so there's just 2 more at-bats for Theodore, provided they don't score.
Here's Smith. He's on pitch number 76. Curveball.
Got him.
Beautiful pitch breaking from our left to right.
That was a credible pitch. It was real nice.
Nice. Enough to get Mr. Brown to step out. He's 0 for 1 on the night.
He did step back, didn't he? There he comes in. That's going to be a strike, isn't it? No. He called it low, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a little low. I think Smith was rearing back. Put a little extra activity in the Cardinal bullpen. I can see Dom down there catching, but I'm not sure who the pitcher is. Oh, he's
Ball.
that low again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I imagine that would be Cam Kerbel. who's DHing tonight.
Yes, it is.
2-2 pitch to Brown. He'll check the swing, and that's strike 3. Humming around Mosley, Daughtry, Williams, Brewer. Back to Harshberger and over to Braden Smith. 9th strikeout on the night for the junior.
Got the Cardinals dugout standing for these last 2 innings.
Little noise from him to go along with quite a few interceptions.
Last game of the year for them.
That's it.
Last game of the high school career for the 3 seniors. Outside and low.
Yeah, you've got all 3 seniors heading towards that Auburn direction. I know Bryce is going to Southern Union. You've got Jonah and Ollie heading to Auburn University. Just something about these Cardinals. They like to head to East Alabama.
Inside on that one.
2-0.
Braden's pitched all the pitches so far for us this game.
Yeah, he's right at 81 pitches right now. He's thrown a gem of a game so far.
Foul. Strike 1.
Back top of the order, you have Germany fouling that off late. 2 balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Let's see if they'll throw him outside. He's opening up, trying to go down the third base line. Throw a little inside. They'll be fielded by Williamson. A little bit of a high throw. Daughtry stays over there. And that's second out. 6-3. Ground ball. Tell you, Tony, this has been a...
Check out the new graphics, BD.
Uh-oh, look at that. WCN instant replay.
And there's the throw to first place. And Daughtry had to go up high to get it, but he got it.
It just gets better and better. I got to brag on you for everything you've done for the Jumbotron and for the boys and girls soccer program, the goals and the graphics and the pictures and just
having a lot of fun.
Well, it means a lot to not only me in the program, but the kids. It's at the end of the day, it's all about the student athletes, and they enjoy it.
See him look up and smile. That's all I need for reward. Fouled away. 2 strikes and 2 balls, I think, is the count.
That was a hard laser. Second baseman Ronnie fouled that off. But most of all, it's so good to have somewhere to call home. I can walk out of the field house and...
I bet it is.
There's the nest.
Inside.
Full
count, I think.
I'm not sure. Game changer. Everything's slow here.
Oh, he's got it up as 3-1. Pardon me. I thought he had 2 foul balls. But.
Strike. Curveball to Ryan. 0 for 2 as well on the night. Looking for his first hit or just a way to manufacture and get on first. Let's see. Mosley's going to shift a little outside. Let's see if he comes back inside with a setup. Goes inside. Foul ball. That's going to drift a little right. Foul.
Now he has a full count. For sure. I did kind of take note. During the last inning, the other umpire was out kind of in between the second baseman and pitcher. Now he's back behind first base. I guess that depends on where the runners are.
Yeah, it depends where the runners are with the 2-man crew. They're going to shift over.
Okay, that makes
sense.
He's
going to jam them right there over to Harshberger. He'll pat the glove, and he'll throw across the field. And that'll do it. 5-3 ground out. Heading, bottom of 6, 4-0. Yeah, with that 2-man crew, depending if there's a runner on first or second, these guys they'll move around, and a little more responsibility for the home plate umpire to look for a few things, and same for the field umpire. But during area play, you have in playoffs, you have 3 officials, 3 umpires.
Boy, real close throw there, but he is out. Jonah Daugherty reaches high again and reaches out as far as he can to just nab that play. Nicely done
That's
by the
beautiful.
shortstop is Wright Williamson and Jonah Daugherty at first base. Nice job.
Great job on the instant replay there, Tony. Adding another great feature to the WCN.
All right, bottom of the sixth. 2 more at-bats for your Cardinals.
Looks like we got Morgan. He's back up. He'll come back to the plate. He's making the last out, so the batter of record will come back.
Bryce Morgan, our number 9 in the lineup, and then we'll start over from the top with Noah Mosley and then Cam Kerbel. Those will be your 3 batters to lead out the bottom of the 6th inning.
Up to bat, number 8, Bryce Morgan.
He didn't exactly use a. He must not have a broom or something. He keeps kicking at the dirt on the bag.
Yep. Usually they have that little mini broom sweep.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have one. Somebody stole it, maybe.
Yep. We interesting. Jonah will be umpiring for Perfect Game this summer, and he just got all of his umpire gear in, and we went through it last night. Tried everything on. Ball bag to the belt, the clicker, the sweeper. Him and first base coach Dane Wickstrom will be partnered up for, I think, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, starting in end of May. Oh, there's a CNI single right up the middle. Let's see if he can get there.
Got it.
Oh, what a play by Morgan. Beautiful hit right over the top of the bag. Ryan shows his range from second. Fields it, but that's a hit all day. No way he was going to get him out. And that's his first hit of the night. That'll bring up Noah Mosley. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Got Cam Kerbel on deck. Or as I like to call him, Tarzan. Let's see if he throws over to first. Yeah, he's going to first. Inside move. Got him. They got Morgan in the rundown.
The squeeze here. The rundown, and he's out.
Yep. Nice inside move. That'll score that 1, 3, 6 on the putout. Yeah, that lefty. They have a little bit of a more advantage when they come here, and
that's correct. Yeah,
that's tough. I've been there many a times.
Yeah, he didn't think he was that far off the bag, but he got caught.
That'll 1 down for the Cardinals with Mosley.
Gets a hold of
Mosley will hit that into the hole.
That's off. He's going to advance to second.
It's going to be fielded by Germany. Mosley's going to see if they score that an error. Throw was offline. Mosley will advance to second. Should be E6 right there. Fielded cleanly, and throw is just a little bit off. That'll bring up Mr. Kerbel, as I like to call him, Tarzan. He looks the part. A lot of people look like Tarzan, Tony, but they don't play like Tarzan. You know what I mean?
Cam is usually ready to compete, that's for sure.
Yep. He's always ready somewhere.
Gets it.
Yep, he'll hit that back up the middle. Tough hop. Ryan's going to field it at second. He will.
Out at first, though.
Ooh. Throw over to first. Youngblood drops it, but that's going to be on the exchange. So 2 down here. Runner at third, and that will bring up the 3-hole hitter. The senior, Jonah Daugherty. 1 for 2 on the night with a walk. That's Daniel Mitchell, the junior. He is the courtesy runner for Noah Mosley, and he is at third. Daugherty looking to drive this run in right here if possible. He'll wait on the pitch from Cunningham. Uh-oh, he got a hold of that. But it is going to hold up and die out to the right fielder, Mr. Brown, and that'll do it.
Top of the 7th. We still got a 4-run lead. Now let me ask you about this play, BD. I know it's a little bit difficult for you to see. We don't have the big screen like we normally do in football,
Yeah.
but now he drops this ball. And I don't understand why he wouldn't be safe here in this case.
Oh, I thought it might have been on the exchange. Can you rewind that again? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, if he doesn't establish.
Like, there's the catch. He catches it kind of right there, and it's on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on the exchange. Yeah, I'm not sure if
that looked like a safe play to me. But
he had control. You know, usually if you establish control on the out, then when you go to the exchange, but in all full disclosure, without it blown up, I can't, nor do I want to make that call. You know, but just the first glimpse looks like a drop.
We'll play it one more time for fun. Boy, and at full speed, of course, it really looks like a drop.
Well, you know, it looks like as he's catching the ball with his left and he's going here, the ball drops. But, you know, that's usually on when you go from right hand to here and it's dropped.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Nope.
We still have a 4-run lead. We're at the top of the 7th now. So if the Theodore Bobcats can't get across the plate 4 times this inning, we'll be done.
Yep. Looks like they're going to let Smith try to finish this one out.
Oh, there he brought out his little broom. He had a broom.
Oh, did he?
Nice clean plate now.
Maybe he just didn't want to bend over.
It depends on who's batting, maybe.
That's going to bring up Drayden Jones.
We've got the Cardinal dugout again on their feet.
Center fielder. He's 0 for tonight. Oh, nice pitch curveball, a little outside, but trying to nibble that corner.
Looking at the same lineup, all 7 innings here. I don't notice any subs out there.
Nope, he's riding it out. Mr. Jones is 0 for 2 tonight. That's a strike. Fastball on the outside corner.
Just caught that corner. But a nice pitch.
Fouled out of play. Strike 2. Mr. Smith, 91 pitches tonight through 7 innings. Really, really excellent job for him tonight. He showed a great bit of poise and composure with his command. You know, got a little bit of a jam with that walk. Seems to be doing fine. 1-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3, outside corner. Beautiful pitch. And that will give him his 10th strikeout of the night.
Just a real good night for Braden.
Yep.
10 strikeouts, 1 walk,
1 hit.
1 hit.
1 hit tonight.
Wow. Heck of a game.
That'll bring up the catcher, Zy Smith, number 5. Oh, Tony, I got to say one thing I was worried. I thought tonight would be very emotional. First time ever going through senior night with my own children. But this has kind of been a bit of fresh air getting in the booth with you. Call the game. It's totally taken my mind off of it.
Well, good. I'm glad to have you here.
My mean self did have a couple alligator tears out there on the field, but I was able to take a walk to my car and put his stuff up, grab a Diet Coke, and hit the booth.
Awesome. Glad to have you here, as I've done the last 3 games by my own.
Yeah, you know, when you guys do our Bayshore game, trust me, if I could put on a headset and call it in real time, I would.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, I thought he was going to catch the outside corner, but it kind of broke too far, didn't it?
Excellent job with his, coaches calling the play or the pitches, mixing up the speeds and the pitches. 2-1, 1 out here in top of the 7th.
Fouled away.
Foul that fastball off. 2-2. We got Mr. Kyler on deck. Tony, I will let you attempt to pronounce his last name.
Kyler Kamitri, I think.
Yeah. Can we get that spelled phonetically?
No.
Here we go. 2-2 pitch.
Gotta hold
Fastball.
it.
He'll swing it over to Williamson. It's short. He'll scoop it.
Got it.
High throw. Well, I'll tell you what, that's 3 or 4 plays tonight Daughtry's made over there at first base. Two down. Yeah, interesting because he's been a third baseman or second baseman at transition to first for his senior year.
Here's a call right here as he gets up high, stretches for it, but keeps his foot on the bag. Nicely done by Jonah. Nice job there.
Great replay. All right, Tony, here we are. Smith's at 98 pitches, 2 outs with Mr. Cometer.
He's going to go to the outside there, though, and bounce a little on him.
He's playing left field for the Bobcats tonight.
2 outs. 1 out away from ending the game. Strike.
We'll call that a strike. One and one count.
That looked like a strike.
Oh,
there it was.
Beautiful fastball on the outside corner.
1 ball and 2 strikes. We're a pitch away from ending the game. Great game by Braden Smith.
Oh, he's pitched an absolute gem sitting here with 10 strikeouts on the night. Looking for number 11.
Called ball there. Outside.
Is that 2 and 2?
2 and 2. 2 and 2 and 2 outs.
Yep. 2s across the board. Triple 2s. See if he gives him a curveball right here. Yep, check the swing. Foul. Little off-speed pitch. We'll do it again. Look at Bez showing that energy, hustling out there, grabbing that ball.
Let me help you, Ump. Just call the next strike for me.
And let's get out of here with a 4-0 win tonight.
Do you think Coach Bez gets an orange push-up when he does that?
Absolutely.
You should.
2-2 pitch to the left fielder.
Struck him
So
out.
watch strike 3, and that will do it. Smith will pick up his 11th strikeout on the night as the Cardinals win here on senior night 4-0 at Loxley Municipal Park.
Final game of the year. Final game for the seniors and the year and the season for your Cardinal baseball team. Real good night, though, as they defeated Theodore 3 times this year. 4-0 tonight. Really good play. Just a great game. Gem of a game, as BD said, from Braden Smith at pitching. We had some good catches out in the outfield. Jonah Daughtry with another great job at first base. This is the second game I've called for him, and at first base he does a really, really beautiful job of stretching out there, grabbing those balls, and then gathering them in. I never saw one time that I had to do a replay on him to see if he dropped it or not. That's for sure.
Yep. Old reliable over there. Tony, I cannot thank you enough. What a pleasure to call this game on the WCN on senior night. And I'm going to step out and go down there and celebrate, as this is the last time I get to watch my son walk off the field.
Please do. Send us home, will you?
Absolutely.
Sign
I wanna
off.
Thank everybody for tuning in to the WCN. And until next time,